Hi guys! Another video around my NFL fandom and wanted to catch up with you guys on everything that was happening during free agency and the coaches and everything this off season that went a little bit crazy. Unprecedented 10 coaches being fired and replaced, and some of them were real shockers. I really think that Pittsburgh Steelers fans have still not recovered. Mike Tomlin being replaced with Mike McCarthy. What is that gonna do to that team? If there's any Steeler fans here, I mean, come on, please do chime in. I really wanna hear what you're thinking about this change, but just literally cannot see anything on that side. Then with the coaching staff of Miami, they like literally can be called now the Miami Packers with so many high staff members, head coach, GM, whatever, all went over there. And then obviously they got our second quarterback or backup quarterback, Malik Willis. I have to say, I want nothing more than success for Malik Willis. He was incredible for us. And what an amazing guy to have this last season when Jordan Love had quite a few injuries here and there. And you knew that, like, it's no problem when Malik Willis comes in, it's just gonna be the same, if not better. So that was amazing. So I'm really happy for him to get the contract. Especially, it's actually a really good contract. They got him quite cheap because, oh my goodness, releasing Tua, and they still tank by Tua with the 90 million in cap capital. I mean, honestly, that's just like insane. And then releasing Tyreek Hill and then trading Jalen Waddle. Oh my God. Like, yeah, I mean, they now have great coaching staff, a good quarterback, but the quarterback has nobody to throw the ball to. Maybe they will just run the ball, literally nothing else, who knows. But yeah, I mean, it's been crazy roller coaster. I've had a couple of shorts like going through these. Like, one of the absurd shockers for me was the Seahawks letting Kenneth Walker III go. I mean, he just became the Super Bowl MVP. And yes, he could be now extremely pricey. And yes, Zach Charbonnet hopefully is going to get back to feeling better and recovered and then can come back. But would you still let him go? And then also just let him to go to the Chiefs? Oh no. I don't know how Seahawk fans felt on that day and ever since. Please do chime in. It's for me a crazy change, honestly, like letting him go. And also your offensive coach, right? Like your offensive coordinator went to now become a head coach for the Raiders. I mean, and the Raiders, ooh, they just went through their own bit with Max Crosby being traded to the Ravens, then just for the Ravens to say no, he's not past his physical, and then signing Trey Hendrickson, who just went through hip operations. I don't know. With like the Ravens, it was one of those moments, don't you think? Then when you feel like, oh, you are running out of reasons to hate us. Let's fix that. And then now they did that. I feel like nobody will ever forgive them for this. And while I'm not a Raiders fan and don't have like any feelings for the Raiders fan, I do respect everything that Max Crosby does. And I think he's an absolutely excellent athlete. And to do him this dirty by the Ravens is just terrible. They knew he had the meniscus surgery. Honestly, come on. Like Micah Parsons, when he got to us, he still was nursing some like injury from the first 2 weeks of like starting with us. And then we would have never said like, oh, he hasn't passed the physical, so yeah, go back to your team, go back to Dallas. What the actual app? I mean, for me, that was just like the absolute crazy of the crazies. And just like with no point, and then putting an athlete through that. And I know it's business and I know it's money and all of that, but just no. And then for me, one of the most laughable bits were about the Vikings now having a quarterback room that is Kyler Murray, Carson Wentz, and JJ McCarthy. But I mean, you never know. I said it in my short, like maybe as a Packers fan, I'm gonna live to regret this, but I somehow I don't feel too threatened by these guys. Just find it funny. Also, another shocker for me was Mike Evans going to the Niners. I mean, didn't he just want to retire as a Buccaneer? But obviously money counts and they don't have Brandon Ayuk anymore. So yeah, I guess like it was one of those things that they needed to have a main number one wide receiver. I mean, he had injuries and he's not been young for a long time now, but he's extremely productive, so I give that to him. But yeah, just gonna be crazy to see him in a Niners jersey, or is it just me? It's gonna be really really crazy to see him not in a Bucks jersey. So yeah, that was another one for me. But honestly, wasn't it a crazy roller coaster? Also, Travis Kelsey, we all thought he's gonna be done, retired, all, and then now back to a 3-year deal. That's essentially 1-year deal. A lot of people corrected me that even though the actual reports were like for 3 years, but his contract is actually for 1 year and can play beyond that for another 2 years. I don't know whatever that means, but yeah, crazy roller coaster of free agency this year. I'm sure I missed loads of other things that happened. These were kind of like my highlights across the entire coaching roller coaster. I think another one was for me. I don't know what anybody else thought, that they fired 10 head coaches and then essentially the Bengals head coach still kept his role. That was just like, mate, you've done nothing. And even to get to the Super Bowl was like an absolute miracle you did that. And then since then, you guys done nothing, only did dirty on Joe Burrow each season with no offensive line, and he's getting injured like right, left, and center. Crazy injuries. I mean, how long his body can recover, and you're still there, and then not really taken advantage of the of the free agencies other than letting Trey Hendrickson go. So I'm really, yeah, gobsmacked about the Bengals. And honestly, it's a team that you would really want to love, but just hard to do it. Hard to do it, or like hard to kind of like believe in their success. Like the Chargers, they on paper could have so much success with Justin Herbert and all the other players, and they somehow just never get anywhere. Like, this is what I love about the NFL. That it's like a game of chess, and then it's almost like who can outsmart the other person. And it's all about building that team rather than the actual games alone. And I just absolutely love that bit. That that's what makes it out, and that's what kind of like makes every game just like so incredible and unpredictable and all of that. But yeah, let me know, guys, what were your highlights from free agency, coaching staff, and every other staff changes this year. Comment down below. These were mine. And yeah, looking forward to see what you guys say.